Hello everyone, welcome to the Ginger Snaps. Here we're discussing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise for you guys in a very blunt way. I'm your host, Steven Harrold.
And I'm Kris.
And no, this is not the same day. It's totally not the same day. We're not doing this, no. Fuck no. This is our review for Leatherface, which came out in 2017, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2017. So, you're going to notice this one is going to be a lot shorter because I'm not going to even get into the logistics of this movie. I remember seeing the trailer for this and immediately got bad vibes.
Yeah, I seen it. I seen it before you did, and I told you about it. And
yeah, you seen it before I did, and then I saw it maybe in like 2019. So 2 years after the movie came out, and immediately hated it. Best part is you defended it. You're like, oh no, it's really good. I'm like, no. We're going to get into that right now. This is going to be very similar to my Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 review, where I barely got to talk anything positive about this movie, about that movie, and just went straight to negatives. So you're not going to get really much of an in-depth review for this one from either of us, because we both agree, and I've already told you this already too. This is a movie that was sitting on this a studio exec's shelf or desk, and it was for some other fucking movie. And they wanted to make sure they kept the rights for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. So what they did was they found this script, read it, and was like, okay, let's change the ending and the beginning, and we're gonna make it a Texas Chainsaw Massacre origin film. Yay! So anyways, yeah, that's how I believe it came to be. There was no way this was ever the fucking plan, because this movie, there's a certain point in where you start the movie. If you were to start it, like, walked into the theater, or if I had walked downstairs and saw you watching a movie, I wouldn't know what I was watching.
No.
So anywho, here's our review for Leatherface. The second movie in the franchise that's called Leatherface. So, this is usually the video where we talk about how, we talk about the characters. We talk about the Leatherface, the gore and the kills, and everything else. This is not going to be that video. This is straight up a video where we're just ripping this movie to shreds. Like I already said in the previous clip, this was never meant to be a Leatherface film. This was never meant to be. This was supposed to be a different fucking film. We have that whole beginning where it's Jed Sawyer. Fuck, that guy has gone through many name changes. He's it's his birthday and he's about to kill someone, and then backs out, whatever, and then
because he's still young, right? He's scared.
Yeah, and then his mom, Verna.
I can't remember who plays her, but she does make this movie as
she's one of the good characters, and shows Sheriff Hartman, who is played by the guy who was in Blade.
Yeah, Steven Dorff.
Steven Dorff?
I think that's.
Oh, okay. But they're the only two characters who are good in this movie. At what point was Verna such a big fucking character from the original, Part 2, Part 3, Next Generation, the remake, the prequel to the remake? When was Verna a fucking character? She wasn't. So this is just a new made-up fucking character. And it's just like, okay, this fucking family's evil. Oh yeah, nice shout out to the fucking hitchhiker, because the guy has a fucking birthmark on his face. Cool. But the timeline for this is the reboot timeline, which is, this is a prequel to the original film, which was also the original film to the 3D film.
So it would be set in the 50s.
Yeah, the 50s, and then eventually 60. Went from 55 to 65, because we meet these kids in a mental institution, and just rounding these kids off right now, they're all shit. We have the two main antagonists. They're fucking nuts. The one girl obviously was a pyromaniac. She's got burns all over her body and all that kind of shit. And the other guy looks like he's a fucking schizophrenic.
Schizophrenic meth head.
Yeah. And they just capture this one guy, Jackson. Yeah, Jackson. And
pretty boy looking.
Yeah, a nurse and this big guy. Really big guy. Big fucking strong guy too. And we all were under the assumption that's Leatherface. I mean, it has to be, right?
It has to be.
I mean, he fits the build. He kind of grunts. Can't really talk much.
Doesn't really talk.
Yeah, and he's just strong as fuck.
Yeah.
So when
and he's only 16.
He's only 16, so it kind of makes sense. It's the perfect timeline, right? So when you see him get fucking killed, and you find out this scrawny fucking guy is Leatherface. This is Jed Sawyer.
Mm-hmm. And the funny thing is there's the police chase, and he gets shot by the sheriff in the chase, and miraculously it crosses over his face to the other side of his face when only his
and fucking
left
up
side,
his whole face.
Only the left side was exposed.
Gave him a Joker makeup.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And
that's how Leatherface became Leatherface. Not some birth defect, not whatever. But yeah, even the nurse is like, whatever, I don't give a shit.
She gets beheaded.
Yeah, she gets cut in half. Yeah, she gets decapitated.
Almost had like a Jason moment with his...
Oh yeah, this is now the second slasher villain who gets turned into Jason because he's got an obsession with his mom. Rob Zombie did it with Michael Myers in Halloween 2, and now this, Leatherface. It's like, fuck, that's 3 killers now. When it comes to these characters, the fact that Leatherface is this kid, this scrawny kid, who now has to bulk up and grow to 6'5" in a span of, because this is 65.
10 years.
In 9 years, he has to grow up to 6'4" and 280 pounds. 300 pounds. Yeah, good job, you fucking idiots. So, I mean, when it comes to the kill and the gores, they all suck. I mean, it like, you get your chainsaw kill, sure. But like you said, the best kill in the movie was,
well, I call
when you call it the American History X curb stomp.
That's what I call it. If you ever seen American History X with
Edward Furlong,
Edward Norton, he curb stomps the fuck out of the guy.
Yeah, he curb stomps the guy on a rock. That's the best kill for you. Mine's the sheriff. You know, he gets cut with the chainsaw and whatever, but
it was all bad.
These were not, like, I swear to God, this was, like, I'm convinced this was not meant to be a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. They just threw, they had to make a chainsaw in there or whatever. This is his origin story. Even the mask, the little muzzle thing that he gets after he gets all sewn up and everything, it doesn't even look like a fucking mask. And then after he kills the nurse, he wears her face, and we don't even get to see a good look at it.
No.
And it's just like, it looks like shit. Like, it really fucking does. It looks like shit. But anywho, so that's this fucking movie. I can easily say, like, I've even said it after the first time I watched it and the second time I watched it. This is now the third time I've watched this. This is easily the worst of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. A lot of these movies in this franchise have rewatchable value.
Oh, yeah.
This one fucking doesn't.
No.
I was bored throughout the whole fucking time.
I would not own it.
Well, when you're a completionist like I am,
unfortunately,
you have to. But, you know, Netflix fucking you over with Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022.
Oh, darn it. I wish I could have that copy. Yeah. Oh, fuck.
But, yeah, when it comes to this movie, it's an easy... this is another movie that straight up, like, I mean, yeah, you have 2 characters. I don't mind being played by really fantastic actors. But I'm convinced, like, this is the one Leatherface film I don't want to watch ever again. So with that being said, for my rating, I'm going to give it a 1 out of 10.
Oh, wow.
A 1 out of... No, that's generous. It's a 0. It's a 0 out of 10.
I'm giving it a 2. A 2.
One for the one actor, one for the other?
Gotta give it something.
Okay, I'll change mine back to 1. So 1 out of 10 for me, and you're a 2 out of 10.
2.
That's where our difference is now. So what did you guys think of Leatherface? Let us know in the comments down below. If you liked the video, make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe for more content. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can get notified about all the other videos coming out on the channel. Anywho, in the next video, we are going to be giving you guys a re-review of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022. It will be now our 3rd time watching it, so we're going to see if there's any changes in our rating from before. So anyways, guys, thank you so much. This has been the Ginger Snaps here. My name is Steven Harrold.
I'm Kris.
And we'll talk to you guys later. And remember, don't you even fucking say Saw is family, because this movie was never meant to be a fucking Leatherface film. So, don't be a nut fucking case, and yeah. Bye!